Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. It's your girl Little Latina coming at you with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you not one, not two, not three, but 25 period hacks that is going to make your period a lot more bearable and definitely make this 1 week experience not as traumatizing as it probably is already. So if by the end of this video you found anything useful, anything that helped, or anything new, don't be shy, go ahead and leave a like, comment, or subscribe. It would boost this video in the algorithm so other people can see it, and it would just make me feel better because, you know, I get like a like on the video or something, but either way, totally fine with me. Just as long as you get any valuable information from this, I am perfectly fine with that. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right on to the first tip. So first one, pretty well known, is to have a warm compression pack. You can literally buy these basically in any store, it doesn't really matter, but you can also make a homemade one where you just take a sock, put some heated little rice grains in there, like tie up the sock and then put it wherever the cramps are. So it's just a basic way to kind of help relieve cramps because warming it, that area is obviously going to help make your cramps less terrorizing. So if there's anything you can do to stop that, obviously we are going to do it. Alright, second tip, stay away from caffeine as much as possible. Caffeine is going to increase your cramps and going to make them so much more atrocious than they probably already are. I can say from experience, caffeine is, no, definitely not something you want to be drinking because not only is your period cramps going to be worse, you're also going to be staying up longer and more awake, so you have to deal with it for even longer, okay guys? Stay away from, just stay away. We do not need caffeine every single day of our lives, just stay away. You are going to be so happy that you did. Third thing, you want to eat foods high in potassium. This is actually going to help to decrease cramps, and there's tons of foods that are high in potassium. You literally can just do a quick little Google search. So anything that is high in potassium, just go ahead and munch on that for a little bit, have a little snack, and that will give you more of a chance to have cramps that are not as crazy. Something that simple might not work for everyone, but just doing anything you can possibly and just trying what works for you is definitely going to be helpful because once you find that one thing that takes away cramps, you're going to be like set for the rest of your life. Alright, fourth tip is actually so useful. I can't even tell you how many times I've used this tip, but if you ever have period blood stains, whether on your underwear, on your bed sheets, on your pants, go ahead and get some peroxide. You can get these literally anywhere, Walgreens, Walmart, Target, and you're going to take that peroxide and put it on that item of clothing as soon as you see the stain. Take it off and put peroxide on there, and I mean, you're literally going to see the blood stains come off as you were putting the peroxide on there. Just so put a whole bunch, put so much to the point where you can barely even see the stain anymore, and then you can go ahead and wash it, and I mean the stain is basically gone. And the funny thing about this was that my dad taught me this hack, and I was like, fifth thing you can do is drink warm teas or soups. So having warm soups and drinks in general is just a good thing, but it also helps you decrease cramps, makes you more calm, makes you more warm, therefore you're going to be more relaxed and your cramps will probably go down a lot. Alright, so this tip might be kind of annoying, especially on certain days of your period, but working out will definitely help decrease cramps. It's just the annoying part is just starting to work out and actually getting into the actual exercise. But once you're doing it and you start doing it for like 5 minutes, you're going to be really into your exercise and you're going to realize that your bloating has gone down and your cramping has gone down, and then once you're done working out, you're going to be feeling very, very good, very refreshed and energized, and you're not going to be feeling as like icky as you were earlier. But I understand this is definitely not something I want to do every day when I'm on my period. Seventh tip is to wear double pads, and what I mean by this is taking your regular pad, putting it on the front side of your underwear, and then on the underside of the underwear go ahead and take a period liner and then put that on the bottom side. So if you have a heavy flow but you don't have a gigantic pad, having that double layer of protection will help you to have not only no stain on your underwear but also try to prevent getting stains on your bed or anything like that. Next thing you can do is take a warm sea salt or Epsom bath. This is just going to be very soothing. This helps to decrease cramps, and plus it's very relaxing. It's kind of like a little mini spa day you can have in the comforts of your own bathroom. It's very relaxing, very calming, and it's also great because it just makes those horrible evil cramps go away, and it's very easy. Plus you'll be clean afterwards, and we all know it feels a lot nicer to be clean on your period than when you feel icky and dirty, because it just adds to the whole like ugh of your period. Ninth thing you can do is yoga. I find, oh my god, I can't even tell you how much I love doing yoga on my period. It takes away my bloating. I'm very focused on the yoga, so I don't really think about my period. It helps stretch me out so I'm not as stiff and tight. It's so relaxing, it's so rejuvenating. I feel so much more relaxed after I do yoga as well. It's definitely not as hard as working out either, so you don't have to be sweaty and sticky afterward, and I don't have to feel like overwhelmed by working out or stuff like that. So yoga is definitely a great option for a lot of people, and definitely for myself. So if you want to decrease bloating and decrease cramping, yoga is going to be something I would highly recommend. Alright, number 10 is eat dark chocolate. You can technically eat dark chocolate that's anywhere from 80 to 100%, but 100% is going to be the best. Not only does it have 0 grams of sugar, but it's also going to help decrease cramps, and plus it's literally chocolate and it tastes good, so it's like a win-win. Alright, our 11th tip is to have a designated underwear section for periods only. So as you take a look in my drawer over here, I have my really cute lace cotton underwears, and then I have my atrocious, disgusting period underwears with all period stains on there that I use exclusively for my period. This is something very helpful. It really prevents you from getting any of your underwears that you really like dirty. Plus, when you have your period underwears, it just kind of helps you get into that zone. The next thing you can do is use a period tracking app, or just track your period in general on your calendar. This is going to be so helpful to let you know when your period is coming, to expect it, so you can kind of prepare yourself. So if you think you're a few days away from your period, you can wear your period underwear, start to dress down a little bit. Plus by then you can schedule your day around that and schedule your whole next week if you know when your period is going to be coming. So if you have a good feel for when your period's coming and it's tracked, it's really helpful. And period apps are even better because they give you like a whole list of your weekly cycle, so when you ovulate, when you're going to be menstruating, and then they also have like nice articles about your period, so I would definitely recommend period apps in general. Alright, our 13th tip is going to be to stay hydrated. Drink lots and lots of water. Not only is that something you should be doing regularly to begin with, drinking a lot of water is going to decrease your cramping, and that is definitely something that we like. It also helps you to decrease bloating. Also kind of helps prevent breakouts. You don't want to be breaking out even more on your period, because we all know once that period hits, whatever skin type you have, you are getting acne no matter what. Our hormones are all out of whack. It's going to be shown on our skin, okay? That's also another sign your period's probably going to be coming. If you're breaking out and you usually don't break out, you're going to be bleeding in a few days, let me tell you that. Next tip is to always have a filled period pouch that you bring with you no matter where you are. So whether you have a little pouch in your purse or your backpack, if you were out in public and you don't know when your period's going to be coming, or if you have a feeling it's coming, that period pouch is going to be so helpful. Literally, you just need 3, 4, maybe 5 pads in there that you always have stacked in there. So if there's ever an emergency and you're not at your house and nobody else around you has pads, you will always have pads or tampons or menstrual cups, whatever it is you like to use. Always make sure that you have that with you, so in times of emergency you will be covered. And I can't tell you how many times that has saved me, because I know there's been multiple times when I just started bleeding in the middle of the day out in public, and I was like, good thing I had my period pouch with me, because I did not want to have to use toilet paper and put it all over my underwear. 15th tip is to drink apple cider vinegar. This is really going to help to de-bloat you and also help decrease cramps. Also, I do have a little video right here of an apple cider vinegar drink that helps you to lose weight. This is also good for weight loss as well, but de-cramping, making you feel fuller for longer. There's a lot of benefits, just not even counting those that apple cider vinegar has in general. But decreasing cramps and decreasing bloating is definitely something that apple cider vinegar does, so I would highly recommend you get that and drink that that on your period, but also just every day or anytime during the month. Next tip, you don't really have to do this, but having 2 different pad sizes or tampon sizes is going to be really helpful for that daytime wear and that nighttime wear, especially if during the night you are a heavy bleeder. Having a pad or tampon size larger than what you usually wear is going to help soak up a lot of that blood, so you're not going to be bleeding through your underwear or your bed sheets or your pants, and that's really going to help prevent a lot of chaos at night. I personally kind of stop bleeding at night. I don't actually bleed that much, but I know some people that have really bad flows during the night, and that has definitely helped them to not bleed through as much. So wearing 1, 2, having that underline on your underwear to help prevent even more blood coming through is going to be really, really helpful, especially if you are a heavy bleeder. Alright, now this tip is basically the opposite of a heating pad. You can go ahead and put an ice pack on your areas that you have cramps at. I find personally that that actually helps me more than heating pads, is putting an ice pack there. That coldness, for whatever reason, helps the cramps go away, and kind of I feel like it also helps make your bloating go away. That could just be a placebo, but I do think it actually helps. I find that works a lot better than a warm compress, so having literally any type of ice pack or just putting a water bottle in the fridge and putting it in the freezer and getting it ice cold and just putting it on you will definitely help decrease cramps. If warm compresses aren't working for you, ice packs probably will. Alright, our 18th hack is something you want to do before you shower, and that is whenever you're picking out your clothes that you're going to wear after your shower, when you have your underwear ready, go ahead and just put a pad on there before you even get in the shower, so right when you're done taking a shower you can come out and just slip the underwear on, so you don't have to worry about bleeding out on the floor or like having blood just drip anywhere, because that's happened a few times. You know, it's kind of scary just seeing it dripping everywhere, and it's like, dude, what is happening? So just having that prepared beforehand is pretty helpful. Alright, now this tip I'm pretty sure I've mentioned a few times throughout this video already, but that is to wear a larger pad when you are going to sleep. This is going to prevent just bleeding through your sheets, your underwear, or your pants, and this just is going to decrease a lot of hassle. And plus it's just so much easier to have a pad that isn't as full of blood. For whatever reason, it just feels better when it's not as dirty or bloody, and I don't know, just the aesthetic of it just seems more appealing than a pad that's completely covered in blood head to toe. I don't know, that's just me, but whatever. And either way, it's just helpful. Alright, this 20th tip right here is not necessarily something that's going to decrease bloating, but if you don't have one of those period pouches that I said to have earlier, you can make a makeshift pad with toilet paper and gauze. Obviously not all of us are going to be rolling around with gauze, but if you are, you can make a makeshift pad with that. Literally all you have to do is put a little liner of toilet paper on your underwear, wrap that up with some gauze, and then do like a few more layers, and then you can just have like a little makeshift pad that you made out of that. So that will last you until you get back to your house or until you buy pads or something like that, which is going to be pretty helpful if you have no pads around you and you are like bleeding. This tip doesn't really help with anything, but for me personally, I find that wearing baggy clothing during my period is so much better for me and helps decrease my cramps a lot more than wearing tight clothes. So I like to wear baggy sweats, baggy t-shirts, baggy underwears. This in general just helps me a lot. Some people might find that more compressing clothes actually helps decrease cramps, so whatever it is that works for you, I would recommend, but baggy clothing seems to be the way to go in my opinion. Alright, the 23rd tip is to eat foods that are high in omega-3 or fatty acids. This is going to really help decrease cramps, give you a lot more protein, give you a lot more energy. These foods not only taste good, these are very healthy for you in general. You can find these in salmons. They have the little like fish egg things. I think they might have like some pill type thing with omega-3s in there, but basically salmon or fish is going to be the most loaded and the most natural version of omega-3s, so I would definitely recommend that if you have bad cramps, and plus just the health benefits in general are very good. And continuing on things that you should eat, you should have some probiotics. This is going to be very good for your gut health, therefore making your cramps less intense or kind of making your cramps more mild. Probiotics for me kind of make me feel like sick, so this might not work for everyone, but I find that a lot of people have said that probiotics help their cramps to go away and help their bloating to go away. So just try it out for yourself and see if it works. Some people it does, for me it doesn't. Alright, now this tip is kind of exclusive to more older women, so if you are younger, like 15 and below, I wouldn't say to do this, but Master BATING is going to help to alleviate cramps, or you can just have some intercourse. That has been said to actually help decrease cramps quite a bit. That right there is definitely going to help to decrease cramps and make you less moody, I guess, since you're not going to be as in pain. You're going to be a lot more relaxed and a lot more happy, so you're not going to be feeling the need to be like angry because you're not going to be in pain from all the cramps that are constantly on you all day. And our last and final tip number 25, is my absolute favorite one, and that is to just get good sleep. Take naps, sleep 8 hours a day, just get as much sleep as possible. Dude, I can't even tell you, just sometimes I'll be so like angsty on my period and I just take a good nap and then it's all good. I feel so much better, so much happier. I can't even tell you, whatever it is, whatever sleep does, it just makes your period slightly less horrendous. So I would definitely recommend trying to get good sleep. But with that being said, guys, those are the 25 period tips, hacks that I use almost every single time I'm on my period. These are very useful for probably a bunch of women in general. So hopefully this video taught you some new hacks. Hopefully this video was informative, and hopefully you will not have to struggle with intense, terrible period cramps or bloating or any symptoms that periods have, because there's a lot more than just those two. But thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, have a beautiful day.